Introduction to Ruth. Author unknown. Tradition has suggested Samuel. Date written uncertain. However, the prevalent view ascribes a date between 1011 and 931 BC. Time span 12 years during the time of the judges. Title. The book is named after its principal figure, Ruth. Her biography is outlined in this short story. Background. The setting for the Book of Ruth begins in the country of Moab, a region northeast of the Dead Sea, but then moves to Bethlehem. This true account takes place during the dismal days of failure and rebellion of the Israelites, called the period of Judges. Where written? Unknown, probably in Judah. To whom? To the Israelites. Content. A famine forces Elimelech and his wife Naomi from their Israelite home to the country of Moab. Elimelech dies and Naomi is left with her two sons, who soon marry two Moabite girls, Oprah and Ruth. Later, both of the sons die and Naomi is left alone with Oprah and Ruth in a strange land. Oprah returns to her parents, but Ruth determines to stay with Naomi as they journey to Bethlehem. This is a beautiful story of love, commitment, and devotion, as Ruth tells Naomi, "Whither thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge." Ruth chapter 1, verse 16. Ruth eventually marries a wealthy man named Boaz, by whom she bears a son, Obed, who is the grandfather of David. Ruth's proven devotion has been rewarded with a new husband, a son, and a privileged position in the royal lineage of Jesus Christ. Keywords: kinsman and redeemer, ancestor. Boaz um, graphically fulfills geographically fulfills a role of kinsman and redeemer. As a relative, he willingly obtains the right to claim the land of Naomi and thus the right to marry Ruth, thereby fathering a son to keep the family line alive. This is only one of several relationships between ancestors in the story, which ends with a family tree listing Ruth and Boaz as the great grandparents of King David. Theme: genuine love at times may require uncompromising sacrifice. Regardless of our lot in life, we can live according to the precepts of God. Genuine love and kindness will be rewarded. God abundantly blesses those who seek to live obedient lives. Obedient living does not allow for accidents in the eternal plan of God. God extends mercy and is merciful. Outline: Ruth determines to stay with Naomi. Ruth chapter 1, verses 1 through 22. Number 2, Ruth cares for Naomi and meets Boaz. Ruth chapter 2, verses 1 through 23. Number 3, Naomi plans for Boaz to redeem Ruth. Ruth chapter 3, verses 1 through 18. And number 4, Ruth is rewarded for her love. Ruth chapter 4, verses 1 through 22. May the Lord add a blessing to the introduction of the book of Ruth.